Man, got around. OG7 back here. And today, like each and every day, we're all fortunate to be alive. I'm going to share with you guys some tales of victory and the glory. The victory that you found my channel, the glory of understanding, sometimes the truth hurts, but the truth will set you free. Because once you understand the truth is different from a lie, you'll be living according to beast mode law, and that's going to allow you to be willing to stand and fight and even die to give your very last breath to defend what you believe in. So without further ado, I'm getting to the topic of today's video, which is going to be a mind-expanding, mind-bending journey, dude, down the rabbit hole. It's the 5 things passport bros are not telling men that will land you in prison hell overseas. And guys, I want to tell you something, guys. I've lived all over the United States, man, from California to New York to Texas to Philly to Chicago to Detroit to Washington State to Oregon, dude. Even heck, Las Vegas, man. So I know a thing or two about the United States. I've been all over Europe, man. Italy, Spain, France, Greece, Portugal, dude. Germany, dude. Switzerland. I'm here in Southeast Asia now, and I've been all through Mexico and South America, and I'm here to tell you one thing I know for sure about traveling, dude. These passport bros, man, are selling you a facade that's going to end you up in prison. Let me tell you something, that reason I had to make this video. A lot of guys ask me, why do I get back to prison content? Is because after being over here, I see a lot of the lies and fallacy you've been told that are going to end you up in prison here. Let me share something with you. Prison in a foreign country makes maximum security prison in America look like day camp, dude. And I know I always clown people that have been to level 1, level 2, like that, calling them marshmallow camp and band camp. But man, from the stories my friends over here tell me, dude, my friends in Thailand and Vietnam and here in the Philippines, dude, and Colombia and Venezuela, dude, and Brazil, they tell me about the prisons there, and in Jamaica, dude, and Mexico. The prisons in a foreign country make the maximum security prisons, dude, look like a walk in the park. So here's the 5 things passport bros are not telling men that will land you in prison hell overseas. Hell on earth. There's this movie called Midnight Express. It tells about this guy who went to prison in Turkey. You should watch it. But here's number 5 in reverse order. Everything is more expensive than they're telling you and showing you in foreign countries, dude. And I'm here to tell you firsthand, man. Some foreign countries are cheaper, but not cheap when compared to America or other westernized nations. So these guys are here on YouTube. Oh man, I got this 5-star dinner for this amount of money, or I got this 5-star breakfast for this amount of money. Let me tell you something, man. They're only showing you the extreme examples, dude, and the extreme bargains that they found. And that's not the norm, bro. So this is where this is the skullduggery. They're fooling you because then you're thinking you can come over here with a middle-class budget. I'm not saying you can't be a tourist and live your best life for a week or 2 weeks. Heck, even 3 weeks or a month. I'm not saying that. I'm talking about these passport bros that show you they're gallivanting around all these different countries and this is their way of life. They're going from country to country to country. I'm not going to say anybody in specific, but some guys stay in one country for 6 months to a year, then they move to another country for 6 months to a year. They're a true nomad, right? And they're selling you this false persona. Here's number 4. They have very deep pockets and much more money and funds than they are telling you about. Hey man, these guys got deep pockets. I don't know whether they play the stock market or doing Bitcoin. I got some buddies over here that do the stock market Bitcoins. Their pockets are way deeper than me, and I try to hang out with them for a day or two, man. I done blown most of my budget for the whole month, dude. So I know that I have to give them love from afar, dude. I have to associate with them from afar. I have to live vicariously through their stories because I can't live like that, dude. I got a minimal budget, dude, and I'm doing the best I can. I'm enjoying my best life, but it's based on my income. And these guys, man, you see these YouTubers and travel vloggers have a lot of discretionary cash to throw around and do a lot of different activities while making you believe that it's all affordable. And this is not true. I'm not saying if you come over here as a tourist that you can't do it for a week or two or a month because you've saved up your money and then you can go ahead and live your best life, like doing all these expensive things. What I'm saying, if you want to become an expat and move over here, you're trying to do all that, dude, you're going to end up homeless and broke. And most importantly, most a travesty, you're going to end up in prison here. Here's number 3. There are scammers, vultures, and con artists looking to prey on and take advantage of Americans and foreigners who come to their country, dude. In these foreign countries, they have this persona, whether it's based on American TV, American movies, videos, that Americans and foreigners are rich. And maybe in their mind, and compared to their lifestyle, maybe you're richer than them because you have the ability to get these expensive plane tickets and stay in these expensive hotels and Airbnbs and condos. So compared to them, you're rich, but you're by no means rich like they think you are. Their concept of rich is not something that you are. And here's the problem, man. These countries think all Americans and foreigners are rich and can afford to lose money. Like they don't have a second thought or a qualm or a hesitation about ripping you off, scamming you, dude. Like some of the scams, dude, is they'll have you meet these young girls online who are underage, and what they'll do when you get to the airport, you drop off here in the airport, you meet the young girl, her parents or older brother or whatever, take a picture of you, a video of you, dude, and then they'll tell you they're going to turn it into the police department if you don't pay them money, dude. If you don't pay them money, they're going to extort you, dude. They got all kind of other scams where the women is just going to get your money, dude. They got even men scamming you, talking about investments or come over here, stay there, do this activity, that activity. The taxi drivers are scammers, dude. It's just really, really bad. So you got to be careful, man, because you can get scammed really bad. You end up homeless, dude, or maybe you just get violent and you hurt somebody, you end up in prison. Here's number 2. No matter where you go, women are women are women, meaning women have the same characteristics worldwide. They all practice hypergamy and are looking to come up. They are looking for the best option possible to improve their lives and circumstances. And if you can't improve their situation, they don't want you. And here's another thing. It's called no money, no honey, dude. A woman, dude, if you don't have your wits about you, dude, and you're not understanding that it's a transactional type of relationship, is conditional on your ability to provide. Once you're no longer able to provide, dude, then the fun's over. And sometimes the women are not here for a long time, but a good time. I don't care what country you go to. They're just looking for you to empty your pockets, dude, because they want to live their best life knowing that you're only here for a short time. No matter whether you're here for a month or 6 months or a year, they're going to take you for a ride to get all they can out of you. And here's number 1. You must have game, money, and SMV, which stands for sexual market value, no matter where you go, or you are a mark. If you are not desirable to women, women will trick you out of your money like the beta that you are. They will use you up, all of your money, and dump you. No money, no honey, broke, homeless. And you'll be so distraught, man, you'll strike out and murder the woman. Like there's a lot of, you can Google it on YouTube, man. There's a lot of stories of foreigners and Americans, dude. They're so distraught and frustrated because they've been online sending money to these women. They finally meet them in person. The woman's still asking for more money. Then they find out the woman's got a husband or a boyfriend, another foreigner cheating on them. And they get mad and they kill the woman, dude. And they end up in prison here, dude. And that's a whole nother hellhole, because when you're in prison over here, dude, it's a money bleed, meaning that just to be able to eat here in prison, specifically Southeast Asia, and I've heard about South America, you got to pay the guards just to be able to eat, dude. And so then if your money has been topped off, because sometimes when you get incarcerated, you don't have the ability to make calls or get your money, you're in a bad state, because now you're a foreigner, dude. They're just going to take advantage of you in all kind of ways, and I'm not going to describe her on YouTube. I'm going to leave it to your imagination. And now you're in hell. There's this movie with Claude Van Damme called In Hell, and you get to see how foreigners are treated and when you go to prison overseas, dude. And it's just atrocious. So I'm just sharing with you, these YouTubers, these are the 5 things that they're not telling men. And men are getting caught up coming over here thinking you're going to live your best life. And here's the whole thing. You got to look at these YouTubers, man. Like, I'm not picking on Austin Holloman, but he's a very handsome guy. He's very well dressed. He's very well polished, dude. He's getting chicks no matter where he goes just because of who he is. But still, here's the main thing. Even he's coming out the pocket to knock it. How do I know, dude? If he was not able to provide them with these 5-star hotels and all of these lavish trips and vacations and adventures, they're not going to be hanging out with him. Why? Because no matter where you go, women practice hypergamy, dude, and it's like they want to get the best bang for their buck. Why should they mess with a foreigner dude when they can mess with a local dude who's muy guapo and delgado and handsome and suave and all that? Why? Because, dude, you're Daddy Warbucks. You got the money no matter how you want to spend it or how you want to rationalize it. When you come to a foreign country, dude, you're on a higher status, a higher level. You're a high status male to them. And with the high status male, they're looking for a high status male lifestyle, which means you're coming out the pocket to knock it. You're paying for everything, dude. You're the entertainment. You're the ride that they want to ride on. You're the adventure. And this is how it is. So if you guys understand this, don't think just because you get a passport and you go to some third world country, some developing nation, you know, you're going to be getting all the fit, feminine, and fit, friendly women, dude. You still got to have some game and some clout and some understanding of female behavior. Otherwise, dude, you end up used and abused, and then you're going to strike out in anger, and you're going to end up hurting somebody or getting scammed really bad, and you're going to end up in prison. And prison over here is hell. So if you like this reality, man, the reality-based information, thumbs up the video, man, and go ahead and leave a comment for the algorithm to help the channel grow, show interaction, and get more recommendations. And more importantly, if you're new to the channel, subscribe to the channel, dude, and hit the notification all button so you know when I'm going to be uploading the video, and share the video. And so until next time, OG7 back. Out.